Morning, guys. Happy Friday. My name is Zipporah. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're a returning family member, what's up, y'all? So today is December the 12th. It's Friday, and the time is 9:06 a.m. And today we are doing a what I eat in a day on my rest day to lean out. So we're trying to build muscle and we're trying to tighten up a little bit, and we're gonna do that by eating the things that we're gonna eat today. So I'm pretty excited. But first things first, before we eat, because I'm late as usual, I have a call with my friend in London. So I'll let you guys sit in on that a little bit because I'm not really sure what we're gonna talk about or do. She's one of my pole friends and my friend just in general as well. So we may do a little poll. We may just talk life, or we may just, I don't know what we're gonna do, but I do have a call with my friend. And then after that, we're gonna have breakfast. And I think what we're going to do is have, let me grab it. So we'll do I have it in here? Well, hold on, y'all. I think we'll definitely start the morning off with eggs and a bagel. Because the other day I told you guys I was going to show you how I do a dugout bagel with my mock butter. So I'll show you how to do that. So we'll have that first, and then we will do some things, and I'll show you the second meal. But the first meal, because y'all know, listen, y'all know how I do about meals, right? Because sometimes I go all day and I don't eat, but we're not doing that today. I'm going to show you exactly what I eat on a rest day. I'm not doing cardio. I'm not working out. I'm not doing any of those things. I may do some active movement because I have to go outside and do some things around the house. But other than that, this is a complete rest day because yesterday we went to the gym and we lifted heavy. My body is sore today and I feel like, even to lift up right here is like, this is super tight. And then when I woke up, I was like, oh my gosh, I feel my glutes. They are tight in a good way. Like I feel happy that I did it, but we definitely need to rest because tomorrow is officially a pole day, upper body day, and some other things. I don't know if we'll make it a flexibility day, but whatever it is, on Saturday, we're definitely working out. So Fridays are usually my complete rest day. So I'm just gonna eat and I'm gonna show you how we get in at least 140 grams of protein, and we'll start it off with our trusty faithful eggs. Y'all, I don't know why it is because I was on my way to go and prep and so I can call my friend, but then I was like, wait, I feel like I need to touch this bar. I have gotten into a routine where as soon as I am in the kitchen for a little while, and I'm just talking like a few minutes, I feel like I need to pull up on this bar. So I was like, wait a minute, I gotta tell the friends because I am supposed to be getting ready. And I just told you that my shoulders were sore. So why in the world did I start doing pull-ups? I have no idea. Y'all, I need to stop. Like, this is too much. Like, why? But I'm happy because listen, there are times when I don't want to do anything at all. So when I feel like I want to do a little bit of movement, I'm gonna jump on it and I'm gonna do that movement because it makes up for the time where I feel like I just want to be lazy. And that might be more often than not. So when I really want to pull up and I want to do some things, or I want to push up and want to do some things, or be flexible and do all of those things, I'm gonna do it. Okay, let's go call her. Hi, good morning, good afternoon. How you feeling?
I'm like, so pale. Oh my gosh.
Marley, move.
I just entered the house and my pole, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I transfer that knowledge and that skill over to pole, which is great, like with strength and conditioning. So that's great.
Yeah, I love that. Keep your heart rate up and then it just like the endurance, it'll keep like my heart rate right now is probably like 165 because I'm like,
yeah. Your mind is like, what are we doing? Who's chasing us?
Exactly. So I'm just gonna start by pulling up. I'm gonna go here. Then I'm just gonna go for an outside leg hang. And then pull up. And that's one.
Oh, and you go up again.
Yes. With my left hand lower. And then I pulled up and I went here. And then I'm gonna just do 8 of them. And I will end up on this side. But then the next set, I'll start on this side. because that was
Okay,
my initial starting point.
The pull up, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? We are all done talking to our lovely friend in London, whom, y'all, actually, we will be seeing next year, so stick around because we will be taking a trip to the UK next year. I'm so excited. Okay, but I am starving because what time is it, y'all? Hold on. Let me see. The time is currently 11:28 and I am starving. So, first meal of the day. I'm going to put, I have Einstein bagels. So this actually does not have any calories or macros on here. So I have to look it up online. So I'll try to leave the macros on the screen for you for the bagel. So I'm just gonna pop this in the air fryer because I keep my bagels in the freezer because I don't eat them that often, so I don't want them to go bad. So now we're gonna make some eggs. Let me put this back in the freezer. Y'all, had such a good phone call with my friend and we talked about all things life, fitness, family, all the things, y'all. Where's that dog? Because y'all know Marley be running. But yes, we talked about all the things. So I had such a heartwarming conversation with her. And as you can see, we were at it for about 2.5 hours. So I'm just so happy that I get to connect with my friends because I love them so much. So love you, girl, if you're watching. We're gonna make some eggs. So let me put the pan on. I think I'm gonna do 2 whole eggs and the rest egg whites. So I don't, I had to make sure Marley is not going crazy. So we're gonna do 2 whole eggs and then we're going to do 6 egg whites. So that should give us about 36 grams of protein for breakfast, just in the eggs. And I think I'm going to put a half a slice of cheese, so that'll give us an additional few calories of, a few macros of protein as well. Eggs are one of the easiest ways that I can get my protein in. I really, really love eggs. Sometimes I'll have them for dinner or as my last meal, and then, or any time of the day, honestly, y'all. And it's not too heavy, it's not too filling where I just feel like I've overdone it with protein. It's pretty easy to digest for me. I'm just gonna add a little salt and pepper. I'm gonna add the half a slice of cheese. I feel like, did I put a whole 2 eggs in here? So the bagel is toasted for the most part. So I'm just gonna cut it open. And because I don't like the inside of the bagel, I'm just gonna dig this out and throw this out. Ooh, it's hot. Ah. Ooh, y'all, it's very hot. Very, very hot. So I dig out as much as I can. Ooh, my fingers. I just don't like the mush in the inside. And this goes in the garbage, so we're throwing that out. And now we have a dugout bagel. So this is exactly how I like to eat my bagels. So now I'm just gonna, oh, there's still a little bit more. Okay, so now I'm going to take the coconut oil and I'm gonna put this back in the air fryer so it can crisp up just a little bit more and melt. Well, it's already melted, but I kind of want to melt it a little bit more. So now I'm just gonna add a little salt to the bagel. We're gonna get our eggs. So we have 2 whole eggs and 6 egg whites, and then a bagel, a dugout bagel with coconut oil that tastes exactly like butter. So this is our first meal of the day, high protein carbs that'll get us through until the afternoon. I'm gonna pop my feet up and eat this because this is a rest day. So I'm gonna plop my feet up and eat this, watch me a romantic comedy, because y'all know how I feel about these holiday movies. Hold on, y'all. That's good. It's delicious. Okay, I'll see you at the next meal.
Is it time for both of us to eat? Time to eat? You want to eat? Yeah? Good boy! Yay! You want to eat some food?
All right, I'm gonna prepare your food. Okay guys, so I'm gonna get our food together. I'm gonna get Marley's food first, and then we have to make ours. It is 5:56. I don't know what my phone is, but it's 5:56, and I'm kind of exhausted already, y'all. I think because I don't know, in a YouTube minute, that's the last time I ate, but in real life, I have no idea what time that was. So I haven't eaten since I had the eggs and the dugout bagel. So now it is time to make the ground turkey. So I am going to make ground turkey, and I already have spaghetti squash. So this should go quick. And the other thing I have to prepare, because I don't have any left, is my veggies. So I have to make these veggies. So this will take about 12 minutes. So just enough time for the turkey to finish. And I have spaghetti squash, we have lettuce. So I'm gonna do the same thing that I ate yesterday. I just wanna make sure that I have enough protein to get in today. And then now for dinner, I don't know how many hours later, we're gonna do the ground turkey. So we're gonna go for the spaghetti again, because that's what I've just been craving with the spaghetti squash. So it's actually really low calorie and then high protein, because the spaghetti squash, you can eat so much spaghetti squash and the calories are almost net zero sometimes because there's so much water in it. So I eat a lot of spaghetti squash, and then you have veggies, and this is very low calorie also, and then I do lettuce. So I try to keep it very filling. So I try to eat as many veggies as possible, because I'm always hungry. When I'm hungry, I'm hungry. I mean, I may not be hungry that often, but like when I am, I'm hungry. So I'm gonna cook these, and I'm gonna cook this together. But first, we gotta feed the fur ball. I'm gonna make these veggies really quickly. So I just put them in a bowl, and I don't like these little beans. So I just dump this out. And I try to take out as many as I can. And because I am starving, I'm just gonna kind of do this really quickly. So I try to pile it up. And this is not my biggest bowl, but I try to find the biggest bowl that I have so I can pile all the veggies in, because once they cook down. This is the sauce that I told you guys about before that's in the bag that I don't eat. So, oh, I'm making a mess. So I don't use that. So I just throw that out. I don't know how much more will fit in here. There's 2 bags of sauce that come in here. I've actually never tasted that sauce before, and I've bought so many of these bags. I don't need the sauce. I'm not really big on that. I just love the taste of the veggies. I've made such a mess. Try to get all the veggies in there. So I stuff it in there like that, and then the seasoning that I use is a little bouillon. So I put that on, a little garlic powder, and then I do onion powder. I don't know if you guys can see that. Then I use olive oil, which I love this little olive oil spray. So I just spray it with olive oil. And I just have my favorite olive oil in here. Just kind of get it wet. And I'm gonna put this in the microwave to cook for about 12, 13 minutes or so. I'm gonna put the turkey on so that can cook down while I clean up. So just gonna pop that open. Dump that in there. And I'm making both of them because I actually can't eat a whole 1 pound in a day. So I like to make sure that I'm loaded up where I have enough where I can eat for the next couple of days. And now we need to season. So I'm gonna do seasonal black pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and I'll probably put a little paprika in there too. This is the garlic powder. And then if I have any, I will use a little paprika. So these pans that I have, I didn't have to oil the pan or anything like that, which is good because it doesn't add any additional fats to it. And while that's cooking, I'm actually gonna clean up my space a little bit, and I'm gonna prepare my spaghetti squash. So it's already cooked, I just need to portion it out. I'm moving so fast, y'all. I'm so hungry. It's so crazy because this morning after I ate the dugout bagel and I had the eggs, I said to myself, you know what? I'm probably not gonna be hungry later on today. So I don't know how else I'm gonna get in the protein. I had no idea that come 5 o'clock, I was gonna be starving. Now I have the spaghetti squash, so I'm going to portion this out. And I still have leftover veggies from yesterday, so I'm actually gonna finish these out and then I'll eat the new ones also. As of right now, I don't really count my veggies. I'll measure it, I'll weigh it out sometime just so I know, like I can, you know, eyeball it. You know, once I know how much it weighs, I said, okay, now I can eyeball it going forward. But I don't necessarily count the macros of the veggies because it is just so little veggies. Now, if I'm on a really specific and tight cut for something, then I will do that. But right now, because I'm just slowly cutting and trying to tighten up and also making sure that I'm eating enough to fuel my workouts, I'm not really worried about it because I'm not really getting in heavy carbs lately either. So I did eat the French fries, but I'm not eating fries every day. So I'll eat the fries, but then the next couple of days, I'll only have these veggies so as my carbs. So I'm not going crazy with carbs, so I don't really count it as much. But if I was dialing in and let's say I was preparing for a bodybuilding competition or I was preparing for a pole competition, I would check it a little bit more. I would be a little more dialed in than I am now. All right, now we're gonna portion the spaghetti squash. So we have a little bit left over from one half of it yesterday. So I'm just gonna scoop this out onto the plate. Actually, it looks like we have a lot left over from yesterday. I thought it wasn't that much on here. I always assume that everyone knows what spaghetti squash is and what it looks like, but just in case you guys don't know what it looks like in the inside, it really looks like spaghetti. And not exactly, right? So it looks like very thin spaghetti and it comes across as if it is a carb, like a heavier carb, because it's a veggie, so it is a carb, but to me, it's very filling because someone said, what is spaghetti squash? Like, what does it taste like? And I also have a friend who does not like it at all, but I think it's really good. I love it. I love spaghetti squash. I'm so used to it now that I would prefer it over actual pasta. Like actual pasta sometimes to me tastes too processed and too thick, but I love the taste of spaghetti squash. Perfect timing. So the ground turkey just finished and so did the veggies, and this is probably, ooh, that's hot. What do I think I was doing, y'all? How was I gonna take that out with my raw finger? So this, here we go. Veggies are done. So remember we piled them up in the glass container and then now they basically shriveled up to a nothing. And I'm sure if I put it in a pot, it wouldn't be as compacted, but I need it quick. I want it done. I want to eat. And I don't even want to think about it. For my ground turkey, we're going to try to do just under 80 because the whole pack, the whole pound is 80 grams of protein. So I don't know if I feel like eating the whole thing, but I'll weigh it out. Maybe we're gonna eat about 60 to 80 grams. So let's say if we did 40, we had 60. So that's gonna give us 100 or 120 of protein. And then we just have another 20 to 40 grams. So we'll have one meal left before bed. So I'm gonna weigh out the ground turkey. It takes 112 grams to make one serving, which is about 4 ounces. Said the package. So I'm gonna weigh this out because I feel like I'm gonna want 3 servings. So I'm gonna weigh out 336 grams. I should have gotten a better spoon, but ooh, this look like this is gonna be a lot. That's 264, yeah, that's a lot. But I'm just gonna weigh it out, and whatever I don't eat, at least I know I ate, what did I say, 336? One serving is 112 grams, and then this is actually 3 servings. So this should be 12 ounces of ground turkey, and so this equals 60 grams of protein. So this is a lot, guys. I don't know. And if I go back for seconds, this probably will be gone. I will let you know. So what I'm gonna do is portion this out, probably half of it, and put it on my first serving, and then see how I feel. If I'm still hungry, I can eat more, because I can, right? Because when you think about it, all I had today was the eggs and the bagel. So I have plenty of more calories to fill up for the day. Although this looks like a lot of food visually, but when it comes to calories, it's really not that much. So I realize, and I like when I do this, because I realize, whoa, I have not been eating enough. Or conversely, it could be like, whoa, I've been eating a lot, you know? So it helps you to just check and, check yourself. This is our second meal of the day. So we have spaghetti with ground turkey and spaghetti squash with our mixed veggies. And then we do a little bit of Parmesan on top. And that's it. So I'm gonna eat this, and actually, let's see how it tastes, because we did kind of just throw this together. So, It's exactly what I expected. Oh yeah. Super filling. Super filling. And I'll be back with you for the last meal of the day. It's Ninja Creami time. I know I have said that I was gonna show you guys how I prepared this, so we are finally here. So here's the Ninja Creami, and here's the ingredients. So in here I have, let me show you what I have in here. It is super easy, y'all. This is my 2-ingredient Ninja Creami. So I use almond milk, and I use 300 mLs of this. I need to double check. Don't hold me to that, but it's around there. And then for the protein, this is one of the proteins that I use, but this is turning out to be one of my more favorite flavors. So I use the Quest. So in here I have 2 scoops of Quest, which is 20 grams a scoop. And I also did, now that I remember, I also did put, I think, a half a scoop of vanilla milkshake in here too. So it is well over 50 grams of protein in this container. And I honestly cannot eat out the whole thing. So we're just gonna mix it. I just took it out of the freezer, so it's fresh out of the freezer. I just ran some water around the edge just to loosen it up a little bit. And then now I'm gonna put it in. So I have this, and we're just gonna put it in here. Make sure it clicks, and then I'm gonna turn it on. I'm gonna put it on ice cream, and it's gonna be loud, so we're gonna fast forward this. It's done mixing, so I'm just gonna press and hold, and to unlock it, now I'm gonna unlock with this button here, and then I'm just gonna open it up. So right now, it looks like this. Oh! It dropped, but it looks like this. So now I'm gonna take my knife here, and I'm just gonna slide it down the side. Now, to be honest with you, I'm not really sure if I really have to do this. I've just seen other people do this. So I'm just gonna loosen it a little bit on the side, which I may not have to because it already feels kind of loose. But then I'm gonna just dig out a little hole in the center, so I can put a little bit of almond milk in there. Because almond milk isn't fatty like regular milk, this isn't as creamy as ice cream, but it still gets the job done. So I just add a little bit of almond milk just so it can loosen it and soften it a little bit more. And also too, I add a little salt, because adding, and not too much, so adding a little salt allows it to be a little sweeter, to taste a little sweeter. So I just add a little salt, and I'm gonna remix it. So I'm gonna put the top back on it. Well, put it back in the container, and then put the top back on it. Lock it back in place. And then I'm just gonna go respin. All right, we're all done. It still looks a little chunky, so the consistency might be off a little bit, but ooh, there we go, guys. So here it is. That's delicious. That's good. The only thing that I would do to this, because it tastes a little different than I've made it before, is that it's a little thicker because I added more protein. So I would probably add just a little more almond milk in it. So now what I'll do is I'll add my condiments. So I want to add, I'm going to do some rainbow sprinkles, and I still have the Linny and Larry's. I have 1 cookie in here, so it's 15 grams of protein for 2 cookies. So we're going to get 7.5 grams of protein because I have 1 cookie in here. So I'm going to crunch that up in here too. Then I also have a chocolate mint power crunch bar, and I love these because I like the crunch. So I'm going to mix that in here. I'm not going to use the whole thing. I am going to use the whole cookie, but I'm going to mix that inside of here. Now there is a button on the Ninja Creami here that says mix in, but I'm not going to use that because that actually mixes the extras, the little condiments that I have here, that actually mixes it completely throughout the whole thing. And I kind of want mine kind of chunky, a little bit more on the surface. So I'm just going to hand mix it in myself. So I'm going to throw this in. What I do is I take a cookie and then I take a piece of the Power Crunch bar and I'll just wrap it in a paper towel and then I'll crunch it up. So now it's nice and crunchy. It's all mixed up. So now I'm just gonna put it inside, and then just for color, I'm gonna put some sprinkles on top. So now we have some sprinkles, and we also have our cookie and Power Crunch bar. So now I'm just gonna crush it up a little bit. This is our last meal of the night. That's good. So that brings our total, depending on how much of this I eat, it brings our total over 140 grams of protein. Now, realistically, I'm not gonna eat this whole thing, but it's 100 and, oh my God, here I go, yo. What's wrong with me? It is over 50 grams of protein in this container. So even if I eat half of it, it'll be almost 30 grams. And we already got in well over 100 grams with our first 2 meals. So we hit our goal today. So that is what I eat in a day on a rest day to get shredded and to lean out. So, sorry y'all. I'm gonna go and finish this ice cream because it is delicious. And I'm gonna see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you being here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, guys, because there's more to come. Until tomorrow, because we're vlogging tomorrow too. Okay. I mean, I talk with my mouth full. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for being here. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.